Coach, what kind of adjustments are making at halftime?
Well, I think the big thing for our defense is just to kind of relax and play. Oklahoma obviously was pretty good at what they do. I think the thing we have to do, it's the first time we've seen it, we practice against the first half now. Now it's our time to come out and try to relax and keep working outside. Our guy that plays the low block's getting blocked a bit. I think if we can get him off that block, I think we got a chance to slow him down a little bit.
You don't get too many chances. They're trying to ball control you.
Yeah, they keep the ball, and if you can get them 2nd and 9 and make a mistake, and they're 1st and 10 again. So I'll tell you, they do a great job of the offense, but our kids, I think, felt more confident as the half went on about it.
Coach, don't you think this ball game, the team that wins this ball game earns the ranking #1?
Well, I got a lot of problems between now and then. I'll tell you after the ball game on that.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Good luck. Here we go, Keith.
All right, Steve. Well, John, he always flatters that opponent, and not going to get himself in the fix over talking about who's #1, is he? Oklahoma kicks off. Oklahoma had won the toss to start the game. They were bold enough to kick it off to SC. Now Southern California gets it for the 2nd time, and Brett Crutcher brings it back to about the 22, and there SC goes to work, trailing by 3. Oklahoma leading 17-14. Keith Jackson and Frank Broyles here with you. Steve Davis down on the sidelines. John Mazur, Bob McClanahan, Marcus Allen, Timmy White and Jeff Simmons, the wide people for Southern California. And it looks like that's the unit that's out there right now. Mazur has played the entire ball game at quarterback. The big fellas up front, Mosbar, Matthews, Slayton, Foster, Moore, and Cornwell. Oklahoma shows them as 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and they drop off in the middle a little bit and give it to Marcus Allen, who comes on around the corner across the 30, up around the 32, maybe the 33. And that fullback, McClanahan, throws a big block for him. Let's take a look at Oklahoma's defense. Mike Riley, 218-pound defensive end. Bob Slater, one of those big tackles, 249. Johnny Lewis, the nose guard, 232. Rick Bryan had a great first half, 244-pound sophomore. Steve Whaley, the other defensive end, at 210. Thomas Benson's a linebacker at 221. Jackie Shipp, a linebacker at 218. Allen now with 114 yards, and it's first down Southern California at their own 33. Allen with it again. And he steps around the block of the fullback and moves it up across the 35, up close to the 39. Darrell Sanji, cornerback for Oklahoma. Goodwin Jr. out of New Orleans. Steve Hayworth is a junior out of Durant, Oklahoma. Garrett Lowell comes from Sherman, Texas. Dwight Drains out of Miami, Florida. So that's the defense unit for the Oklahoma Sooners. Right now they're pretty busy with the Southern California offense. Marcus Allen starting out big here in the 2nd half. They put Timmy White in motion and give the ball off inside to the fullback. And Bob McClanahan, a 205-pounder from Pacoima, which is on the north side of the San Fernando Valley. And everybody in town is here, including the Magic Man. It is turnout day, and why not? This is the football game people are going to be talking about from now until February of next year and maybe generations to come. First down, Southern California. The ball is just outside the 46. It's Allen again. Cuts it back up the middle. He's loose. He had one man to get by. He couldn't do it. As Steve Hayworth stayed home, caught off the block, and kept his feet. Now, Simmons was down there, and Simmons almost had him out of the play.
It was the cutback play again. Beautiful blocking by the Southern Cal line. 29 Simmons supposed to block Hayworth, number 6. He couldn't do it. Excellent play by Hayworth to prevent the touchdown.
And suddenly, Southern California comes out here asserting themselves to start the 2nd half. First down at the Oklahoma 34. Inside it goes to McClanahan, the fullback. The fullback carried the ball 1 time in the first half for SC. Now he's seen the ball already 2 times here starting the 3rd quarter.
I think at halftime, John Robinson saw that the Oklahoma defense up the middle are playing very loose, trying to pursue out the line to play Marcus Allen. As we can see, Marcus Allen's numbers so far in this ball game. Very wisely attacked it up the middle with the fullback.
Another thing to notice is how deep the SC tailback lines up off the ball. He's got about 7 yards. Pick and choose. There he goes again. And he carries it down about the 26. It'll be a 3rd down at about 2 for Southern California.
Oklahoma defense are crowding more and more and ignoring the pass. Another critical 3rd down situation, but I don't know of any football team more capable of either running or passing in this situation. than Southern Cal.
It's a little bit more than 2.
2 good runs.
Allen. Outside, missed by 1, caught by another right at the line of scrimmage. Johnny Lewis, number 95. There's Big John and White coming up from the stack. And it's 4th down for Southern Cal.
He will go for it, in my judgment.
Nope, here comes Jordan with a kicking tee.
That's kicking from the 25-yard line. Must be going for the field goal, yes.
Yep.
Into the wind.
He'll have to hit it hard because there is a very brisk wind whipping down off the closed end. Sonji is shaken up, being helped off the field. Darrell Sonji there, coming off.
Hope it's not an injury of a serious nature because he's very much needed in this Oklahoma secondary.
Could be cramps the way they're stretching his legs. Here's the kick by Steve Jordan. It is up. It is no good. So Southern California comes out snorting to start the second half, but Oklahoma holds them, and the Trojans are turned away after a 45-yard field goal attempt. The Sooners come up now with that lineup in the backfield. Grayson, the wide receiver. Kelly Phelps, the quarterback. The football is up on their 27. Handed off to the first man, Wilson. The ball is loose. Southern California's got the football. Myron Darby comes away with it, so Oklahoma drops it on the ground for the 7th time, loses it for the 3rd time, and if you want to sum up the first half, Frank, you say OU 2 fumbles and 2 touchdowns for Southern Cal.
You can see that on the particular play, the fullback did not know that he'd left the ball with him. The quarterback Phelps had left it with the fullback on the read. The fullback did not know it. He just laid the ball on the ground. Fumble recovered by Southern Cal.
And it's on the Oklahoma, call it the 29. So the Sooners stop them and then give it right back. Mazur will throw it. Throws it short in front of the fullback, McClanahan. He was getting heat from Johnny Lewis, and he had to get rid of it. ABC's Monday Night Football features the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears, 2 teams that have not exactly come out of the blocks too swiftly for this NFL season, but what stories are swirling around those Rams? Howard will have a field day. Second down and 10 for Southern California. It's Allen. He gets a pretty good whack as he crosses the 25 and falls down on the 24. And number 47 came up there and laid one on him. Sherdell Breathitt from Kankakee, Illinois.
You can hear the Oklahoma coaches yelling, big down, 3rd and 6. There's the story of the Oklahoma problems, as we said earlier. Self-destruction, 3 fumbles.
3rd and 5. Mazur's got wide open. He gets it off. It is incomplete. He had Timmy wide open on a crossing pattern, never saw him. And by the time he was beginning to look back across the field, Bob Slater was shaking hands with him. So he threw it away.
Another field goal attempt, but let me say, give credit to the Oklahoma defense for stopping the run and applying pressure to Mazur's passing attempt. The pressure was the key to that defending against the pass.
This one will be from 41 yards. Just a moment ago, Jordan missed from 45. He's kicking into the wind. I don't think that's going to get there either, is it? Nope. So Steve Jordan has been turned away twice now from 45 and 41, and that's got to jack up the Oklahoma sideline.
There's nothing can jack you up any faster than that, than turn the ball over, and your defense go out and take the ball right back. What we call, after a sudden exchange, the defense rise to the occasion perfectly. Oklahoma's to be praised.
You're looking at baseball scores in the American League there. You saw that Milwaukee's right back in the hunt in that Eastern Division, and Nolan Ryan, his 5th no-hitter today, the only man ever to do it. As Kelly Phelps goes down the line and slides and falls down just about the line of scrimmage.
I believe he's an injured.
Chip Banks shaking up.
Yes. Byron Darby played it exactly as John Robinson said he hoped he would this half. Penetrated, did not get blocked by the lead halfback trying to take him out of the play on the quarterback keep. Beautiful play by Darby. Number 94, there he is. What a fine football player. Already 5 sacks this year. Let's watch Darby. And here's Banks, number 51, coming out to help on the play. But Darby was the key to allow Banks to move in.
Little short pass whipped out to Rockford, and Rockford catches it at the 32 and muscles his way up to the 34, close to the 35. It looks like that's going to be an Oklahoma first down.
One thing that the Wishbone has as an advantage, they're going to see one-on-one coverage. Gaps in the secondary because it takes most everybody you can bunch up to stop the runs.
Ohio State now pulling ahead and away from Stanford in a ball game being played up in Palo Alto. Jim McMahon, 200 and something yards, but as we heard from Jim Lampley, he had a hyperextended knee. I don't know how much that's going to impact his future. From the 35, call it. Phelps gives it to Stanley Wilson, the fullback, and Wilson is across the 40 to the 41. He got the better part of 6 yards.
That's something Oklahoma's got to do, Keith, is establish the fullback again. They haven't had success running the fullback in the last few minutes into the second half either. That's the key. Ed
Culver, the starting left tackle, is out of the ball game for the moment. Came hobbling off the field. Albert Graham, a junior out of Greenville, Texas. They actually pick up 7 pounds in heft when Graham goes in at that position. Second down. And a long 3. Here's Phelps on a turn up the field. Kelly's got a first down as he goes to midfield, and the Sooners are moving it again. Chip Banks is coming back in at the middle linebacker position now for Southern California. Dennis Edwards is out, hobbling, and John Harvey comes in at tackle for SC.
Stanley Wilson's bunged up just a little bit, Keith. Looks like Ledbetter's going in the ball game.
Wilson bending over, coming off the field there while this is going on. Let us pause 5 seconds to allow our local stations to identify themselves.
This is Channel 7, KABC TV, Los Angeles.
We understand that Oklahoma now is beginning to have some trouble with leg cramps. Tough game, hot day. Into the middle goes the play. And the ball squirts loose, and Southern California is claiming it. Let's wait for the man in the striped shirt. It is Southern California's ball. Ledbetter at fullback, having replaced Stanley Wilson, never got control of it. And Southern California comes up with another Oklahoma fumble. Their 8th of the game, the 4th time they have lost it.
Keith, I think we have to mention that it's a little risky to put a ball carrier in the game and on the first play, give him the ball. He's a little bit eager. You let him get a little hit blocking or doing something else, making up there the first time. I know Barry wishes he had that.
So Oklahoma turns it over, and Southern California has it first down at their own 46, with Oklahoma leading 17-14. 9 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Marcus Allen has the ball, cuts it back over the middle, and he's got an SC first down at the Oklahoma 42. White Crane took his legs from under him.
The play is designed to go to your left of your screen, but watch Marcus Allen, the quickness. He breaks all the way back to the right of your screen with a big hole, but excellent running and sustaining the blocks by the offensive line was the key.
Most everybody's eyes are on the people with the ball, but watch Roy Foster and Johnny Lewis. Now, you don't think that isn't a war going on down in the trenches?
That's the key, that offensive line of Southern Cal.
Allen has it again, and he just runs into a stack at the 40. He got 2 yards on the play, so the numbers on Marcus Allen now, 26 carries and 160 yards.
Going back to Roy Foster, who made that beautiful block. He's a perfect size guard, 6'4", 260 pounds, and runs about a 4.9 speed. Already All-American, All-Conference. Look at those impressive numbers by Marcus Allen.
Well, this will be 12 today because he's closing in on 200 again. Here's the handoff to the short man, the fullback, and McClanahan gets a couple of more. Maybe, no, they're going to put him down around the 38. So Southern California is going to be looking at 3rd and long again.
Keith, John Mazur has shown a great deal of poise. Southern Cal believes that they can go to the short passing game in situations like this. Normally to the back, Marcus Allen, if he can outmaneuver the linebacker one-on-one.
Remember, Sonji is not in there now in that defensive secondary for Oklahoma. He came out with leg cramps. Albert Watts, a freshman now, goes wide as SC sends 2 men to the top of the picture. Now put a man in motion. And Mazur's going to put it up. Got to hurry. He tried to dump it off to his fullback. And having an eligible man in the general vicinity of the ball, he's able to get rid of it when in true fact, I think he just unloaded it.
Well, Keith, that is coaching done daily by the staff to train the quarterback when he gets in trouble. He knows where his blockers are, and he can get rid of the ball and avoid the loss. Coaching is quarterback is one position that you do a lot of coaching with.
Those 2 big sophomore tackles, Slater and Bryan, again, were the people putting the heat on, and now Southern California's got to kick it away as Pryor comes in. Albert Watts starts to go back, and now decides he won't. See if he retreats now. Pryor's obviously going to try to hit the coffin corner with it. Pops it up in the air. It's high. It's hanging up there. Southern California knocks it down on the goal line. And they're going to stiff him back inside the 5 with it. That ball hit right on the goal line, and the SC man knocked it out. 34-yard punt, but that is not the real true story of its efficiency. We'll be right back.
The Big 8 Conference enters its 75th season of football competition. The conference has produced 7 national champion teams and at least 2 All-American players every year since 1953. The Big 8, college football at its finest.
Watch this play as Wayne Pickett, knocks that ball away from the goal line.
Keith, that's a sensational play to keep the ball from going across. That may be as fine a play as we've seen in this ball game. Excellent effort by Pickett, the freshman.
Oklahoma operating from its own 4. Give the ball off inside to Wilson, the fullback to the 9. He got about 5 yards on the carry. Next week, we'll have a collegiate football doubleheader for you. The games have not been chosen as yet until our people have made an assessment of what happened today, and we'll, under the rules of the game, bring you the best games that we can for your particular region. So join us next Saturday here over most of these ABC stations. 2nd down at about 5 from the 9 for Oklahoma. They get Rhymes in motion. Give it again to Wilson. Wilson cuts it over that left side. And he's getting close to his 1st down. He's running in there behind Don Key. Terry Crouch, rather.
Keith, Terry Crouch is 6'1", but weighs 275 pounds. They're very wisely giving the ball to their most experienced back, Stanley Wilson, not taking any chance with the sophomores.
Ed Culver's back in there on the left side tackle position as well, having come off for a brief respite.
Here's an indication of Oklahoma's defense only allowing 2 out of 10 3rd down conversions to Southern Cal.
3rd down and a yard. Quarterback Phelps keeps it, goes outside to Buster Rhymes, and Rhymes breaks it to the sidelines and out of bounds across the 30 to the 32.
The execution on the triple option on that play was as pretty as we've seen all day. Taken to the fullback going out and get a block. Number 40, Winters, is out ahead of the play along with the defensive end, pitch downfield because the back Rhymes kept a perfect relationship to the quarterback. Dangerous, but very exciting and successful.
And they could have broken a big one. Rhymes now with 63 yards in the ball game. Here's Phelps back to throw it over the middle. He goes. He's got a man wide open. That's Grayson. Now Grayson's getting some help. And he is inside the 30 to the Southern California 27.
I think we must explain that Oklahoma only throws deep when their split receiver comes back and says, hey, coach, they're not covering me. And here's a typical example. They get so rocked to sleep by supporting the run, Grayson gets in behind Browner for the 2nd time. Let's watch it again. Grayson comes back. He's been told, coach, to come back and tell me when Browner is playing me too tight. And it's exactly what he did in another big play for Oklahoma.
Browner is out of there now, and Darrell Hopper has gone in at the cornerback position. And the Sooners go back to the attack. Look out! Southern California's got another fumble. John Harvey covered it. That's 9 fumbles, and they've lost 5.
Again, Phelps was pulling away from the center too quickly. All his fault. Barry's trying to calm him down.
My gosh, if they ever play a football game when they don't fumble it,
what would
Frank,
the score
they
be?
They might score 100 points.
Listen, they had scored 100 against me when I was coaching, but I've seen some of the wishbone teams play a perfect game, and there's no way to stop them. There it is again. Pulling away from the center too quickly.
Southern California from the 28. Marcus Allen, and a penalty flag goes down as Allen reverses his field and comes this way. I think they're called SC before that play really ever started.
Yes, that rule that they put in about 4 years ago, if an offensive lineman moves before the snap, it's a dead ball. You cannot refuse the play. It's a dead ball. You have to take the penalty. There the fumble's lost. 5. Coaches figure that up not only as about 40 yards per fumble, but momentum and opportunities to score.
Movement in the line prior to the snap. It's still first down.
Keith, I would think that Southern Cal is going to have to open up a little bit more if they're going to move quickly down the field.
5:20 to go in the third quarter. The ball is back at the 23. First down and 15. Allen. No, sir. No, sirree. Johnny Lewis, the nose guard or middle guard, came across to get him. So they've been hunting Marcus all day, and now they're starting to find him.
What happens on the Southern Cal offense, Keith, and I think our fans should keep this in mind, on first down, because of the uncertainty of the defense, they do not call a play in the huddle. They say, check with me at the line. They go up, the double coverage, they go into their run game. Single coverage, they go into the pass game.
And Allen's going out right now, hobbling. Walking very slowly off the field by himself. That's put Fred Crutcher into the lineup at tailback. And the fullback, McClanahan, runs into 2 big white shirts up around the original line of scrimmage. The white shirts being occupied by Messrs. Rick Bryan and Jackie Shipp.
Continuing on with the strategy of Southern Cal, John Robinson told me his quarterback, Mesa, had not thrown in the middle. Oklahoma is double covering the receivers, daring him to throw the ball in the middle, which is dangerous.
He is 0 for 3 in this quarter. Allen is off the field right now. Kamana comes wide to the left side at 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oklahoma leading by 3, 17-14.
Again, double coverage on the wide receivers.
He has nobody in the middle to throw to. Oh, it ricochets, and it is caught by the fullback McClanahan, but he is well short of the first down. The ball ricocheted off Steve Whaley and into the hands of the USC fullback. But it is still 4th down and a lot of yards.
What's happened on this occasion, double covering the wide receivers. The tight end is trying to get across the middle. He cannot get there. And we can see the ball is deflected off of Whaley into McClanahan's arms. Oklahoma is there to make the play.
Sooners ought to get real good field position because Pryor, who's not a long kicker, the average does not reflect it. He's got to kick it into a wind. No pressure. He gets a good kick away this time, but Watts fair catches, and the Sooners are operating now from up around their 27. That was a 46-yard punt by Pryor, so he did get a good one when he had to have one.
And the freshman Watts was in there again to cover to catch and punt.
So we've got 3:03 to play in the third quarter. The Sooners have the ball and a 3-point lead. This is the first time the new Goodyear blimp Columbia has been used for a television event. Been operating since the 23rd of July this year. Captain Tom Mattis at the controls as Oklahoma goes to the attack with Darrell Shepard back in there at quarterback. And his speed, he outran a USC pursuer and got it around the corner.
As Keith mentioned, sure speed was made the play successful. We'll see a lot of Darryl Shepard. He hasn't fumbled the ball. He's a senior. He's staying in behind the center, as Steve Davis mentioned earlier, where Phelps was pulling out. 3 times Phelps has pulled out early and fumbled the ball.
Rockford is the wide man for Oklahoma. Wilson inside. Stanley to the 40. And the first down play is good for about 3 yards. You know who's coming off that ball with some authority, too, Frank, is that Oklahoma center, Bill Bechtel. He's popping out of there.
Keith, he's a starter from last year, and he has to make the key block on the fullback play, as you mentioned. He's got to block the nose guard by himself, and I believe that Stanley Wilson, number 32, is injured.
No, it's more cramps, maybe. He's grabbing the back of his leg. Looked kind of like the last time that he came out of the ball game.
Well, I bet they don't give the ball to Ledbetter the first time in the ball game. I would hope that they would maybe give the ball to one of the halfbacks.
That is Weldon Ledbetter, number 43 in there, a junior out of St. Louis. Jerome Ledbetter is also on this Oklahoma football team. 3 possessions by the Sooners here in the third quarter, and 3 times they have fumbled it away.
That's been the key to the ball game so far in this third quarter. Oklahoma's defense turning Southern Cal back.
2nd down and 7. Darryl Shepard. And Shepard is brought down by number 45, Marvin Williams of Southern California. And may have another first down.
Bill Bechtel, number 51, has the key block in the wishbone. He doesn't know whether the ball is going to the fullback up the middle or outside, so he has to sustain his block either on the guard or the linebacker. Here he is cutting off from the weak side, making the block, shielding the defensive man from the play beautifully.
Change being brought on for the measurement to see whether or not the Sooners have another first down. They've turned away Southern California twice now, when it looked like the Trojans might be able to stick in the end zone. Oklahoma defense has played very well in the third quarter.
One of the toughest things for a defense to do is come off one play thinking they just stopped them and then have to go back after another play and stop them again.
3rd down and about the length of the football.
In coaching ranks, you would say that's character.
The down linemen for Southern California have been pretty quiet today, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Dennis Edwards and Achika have shown up a few times. Even Banks has been pretty quiet.
Third down, short. Quarterback Shepard keeps it. He's got a first down. He goes over the left side behind Crouch in the center. Story that we gave you earlier, Nolan Ryan no-hit the Los Angeles Dodgers today, and he now is in the history book all by himself with 5 career no-hitters.
Keith, hadn't he had 4 or 5 one-hitters and went down about the 8th and 9th inning?
Yep. When he gets it going. Whew. From the 49, Shepard back to throw it. Goes over the middle. He's got a man. Pass is caught at the Southern California. No, it's not caught. Didn't hold on. Waved it off.
Another one called it complete.
Yeah, I saw the man call it complete. Now let's see. That's Rockford went sliding under the ball, and they're going to give it to him.
I think the umpire was in front of the ball. Let's judge it again. Rockford, number 2, coming across the middle on the post route. Being covered by Hooper, who is now covering the 101 instead of Browner. They made a substitute and change that. Let's see.
He didn't catch it.
Ball's on the ground without possession.
He did not catch it. And
the officials must have heard us.
Well, you know what? I'm looking here for my rundown of the officials to tell you who they are. The umpire, I think, is the man that waved it off, wasn't it? That's Bob Holliday. If it was Bob, he is a Big 8 conference official, and he was the man down in that neighborhood. And he did not have possession.
He's juggling the ball. The ball hits the ground before he gets possession. That's incomplete.
So I believe it was a Big 8 man that stood by his call. Not good. So the ball comes back to the 49. We're at 2nd down and 10.
Rock was open. It was the pass was just a little bit low.
It is Rhymes, the second man, and he reaches the Southern California 48.
Southern Cal claiming fumble again, but I don't believe that he did.
Take that off your arms, go!
Once again, Oklahoma has not punted in the football game. Times that they didn't score, they fumbled.
Inside a minute to go now in the third quarter. Rockford is back in there at wide receiver.
One-on-one coverage again on Rockford.
Back to throw it. Gets it in the air. The pass is complete to Rockford, and Rockford's got an Oklahoma first down as he takes it out over there at the Southern California 37.
There's no reason not to be in double coverage on this particular situation. You can still play the run. You can see that Brown is going to come in the picture very late, number 47, way off of him, covered in deep, knowing that Oklahoma knowing that he was after being beaten a couple of times already.
Troy West, Rover, never in play.
He was underneath, held by the fake to the fullback and the threat of the option.
Well, the Sooners are operating now at the Southern California 37. Shepard rides the fullback, pulls it out, keeps it, goes upfield to the 30, 29, 28.
A sensational run by Darrell Shepard. He absolutely should have made nothing on the play. But just because of his speed, he was able to get outside and then turn up. Let's watch it again. Here's the lead play. The block by Williams, he just knocked the defensive end on the ground, and then Shepard cuts back and Williams misses him, finally goes down for a nice gain, 9 yards.
Ball is inside the 28 of Southern California. Shepard now 11 carries and 44 yards.
Steve, we've got to give credit to Chet Winters, the number 40, the right halfback. He's the one that's making the key block on all of these runs by the quarterback.
So the third quarter is over. 17-14 Oklahoma leading. We'll continue after this commercial message and the word from our local stations. 15 minutes to play in the football game. Oklahoma with the ball. Second down and a yard. The football is down at the Southern California 28. And Shepard gives to Ledbetter, the fullback, and he gets the Oklahoma first down. They'll mark it around the Southern California 26. When the day started, coming off this week's collegiate polls, USC, number 1, Oklahoma, number 2. First time we've had a head-to-head shootout between 1 and 2 since the 7-9 Sugar Bowl between Penn State and Alabama. And if Oklahoma wins this football game today, Barry Switzer may step up his thinking schedule. He said very clearly he felt he had a team that could win a national championship next year. Well, there's a lot of games to play, tough people to play. This is a big step for them if they can hold on to it. Darrell Shepard is wrestled down at the 24. Browner and Darby made the tackle, and here are your numbers after 3 quarters of play.
I think the meaning of this is very evident. Oklahoma has dominated the game offensively, except for the red number down your left, 5 turnovers. It would be more one-sided than it is. Look at their numbers. Very, very impressive with an offensive line doing a great job blocking by the halfbacks and strong running.
USC passing game has not surfaced so far today. Here's Shepard back to throw it. Swings it out to Chet Winters, and Winters is caught, knocked out of bounds. Pretty good pursuit there by USC as they get him short of the line of scrimmage. Penn State beat Nebraska today at Lincoln, 30-24. The Huskers are now 1-2 after 3 games. Iowa defeated UCLA at Iowa City, the Bruins' first loss, 20-7. Michigan beat Navy, 21-16. Ohio State trying to hold off a comeback by Stanford, now 24-19. It was 24-6 in that ball game, and North Carolina continuing to roll along as well. Mississippi State a big win today over Florida. Third down, 11 for Oklahoma. And we have the clock being stopped by the referee, John Presley. 13:57 to play in a ball game. The Sooners sitting on a 3-point lead and trying to get some more. All right, third down. 11 yards to go for Oklahoma as play resumes here in the fourth quarter. At the SC 46, Shepard getting pursued, gives it off to Wilson, going the other way. And Wilson gets loose, he gets help, and he is deep inside the 10. He's down at the 9 of Southern California. First and goal to go, Oklahoma. Lindo Byford on that reverse pulled out and helped him down the sideline.
Some coaches have a knack of the psychological moment to run the gadget play. Barry Switzer is one of the very best. Beautiful execution in the backfield. Byford making the key block. Look at the wall of blockers he's got. Wilson going in motion, coming back and carrying the ball for the first down on the double reverse.
First and goal to go, Oklahoma at the Southern California 9. The fullback Wilson, straight ahead to the 7. Georgia beat South Carolina today, 24-0. Scored a lot of points late. It was 3-0 third quarter. And looks like Wilson is...
Looks like he's got cramps again, Keith.
Yep. Those legs stiffen up, straighten out, and it
hurts.
Miserable.
Oh, and in hot weather, happens often.
Minnesota beating Oregon State today. I remember many years ago when Joe Bellino was playing at Navy. They were up at Seattle playing the University of Washington, and Bellino kept going off the field with cramps. So finally the trainer went over there and took his scissors to his breeches and cut the elastic out of the back, wrapped tape around it. He didn't have any more trouble. The pants were so tight they were cutting off the blood flow. There's a bit of a surprise right there. Memphis State upsetting Georgia Tech.
Memphis State record. Carter has done a good job, playing good defense.
So Wilson is helped off the field again. Stanley has 17 carries in today's ball game, good for 89 yards.
And they're all tough carries, right up the middle.
Big difference in this ball game, though. Oklahoma's defense has played so well. That's Shepard keeping it. Oh, he got away! Touchdown! Darryl Shepard. He went right over the top of Marv Williams.
Some people are saying that Buster Rhymes was not a good blocker. Believe me, he made the toughest blockage you can ask a back to make, blocking the defensive end, allowing the quarterback to jump outside. And then, of course, let's watch it again on the left. Let's see the blocking and the faking right here on the left side of the... There's the block by the fullback on the end. Now you can see the cutback as Williams, number 45, misses the play. No substitute for speed.
The kick is good. And Oklahoma once again is sitting on a 10-point lead. 24-14 is Darryl Shepard. Really impressive. Let's hear from Steve Davis.
Keep the word on the last 6 Oklahoma players. They are having leg cramps, but it's not because of the temperature. It's because of the exertion, and also because they laid down in the dressing room, haven't been taking salt, and the trainers really don't know why. They're trying to get all the fluid in them they possibly can. So that's the problem right now. The last 6 Oklahoma players out. Keith?
Thank you.
That was an impressive drive by Oklahoma. 74 yards and 14 plays, used up 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Good, hard-nosed football, one gadget play when they need it. Oklahoma is known for the gadget plays at the right time.
13:08 to play in the ball game, and that man right there is looking to get his bunch moving. Marcus Allen.
Keith, I think the surprise is that Southern Cal has not been able to generate any success passing. Therefore, Oklahoma has been able to do much better against the run than anyone participating.
Todd Spencer, Fred Crutcher are the deep people. As you see Mike Keeling up there counting heads now to make sure he's got over 10 folks out there to help him. Because he's running around barefooted. He didn't want somebody stomping on that foot. Give me the biggest and the meanest out here.
He's kicking into the wind. Southern Cal should have a chance to return it.
Spencer, 3 yards. Got a wedge, breaks out of the wedge now, trying to go outside. He won't get anywhere with that. Now, let's check in with Jim Lampley.
As Keith told you earlier, Stanford, down 24-6 at one point, has closed to within 5 points of Ohio State. If you're a Cardinal fan, the good news is that John Elway is throwing again. 2 fourth-quarter touchdown passes that got Stanford back into it. The bad news is that he has re-sprained his ankle, and now with less than 4 minutes left, Elway is out of the ball game, walking the sidelines, trying to get ready to play again. Back to Keith Jackson.
Thank you, Jim. Here's Southern California now. First down At their own 26, give it to Marcus Allen. Allen getting some help from McClanahan, the fullback, runs it across the 30 to the 35. Gary Lowell brings him down. Allen now with 170 yards in the ball game.
He is a brilliant football player. Watch his determination. You now know he has more patience. He watches the blocking better. McClanahan, number 31, knocks an Oklahoma player, Sonja, out. He turns back, he lowers his head and falls for the close to the first down.
They're a yard short of the first down. Kamana in motion. Give it to the fullback, and McClanahan gets the first down up to the 39. I would say he's not quite as fluid as an O.J. Simpson. Perhaps not quite as graceful, though I think he's more active this year than he was a year ago, and John Robinson indicated that. He doesn't have the sheer burning speed, perhaps, of an Anthony Davis or a Charles White, but he is bigger and he is stronger, and he was a quarterback in high school, so he can throw the option play.
I was going to mention he's the only runner of this nature in college that wasn't a running back in high school that I can ever remember.
He's got it again. He splits the left side to the 46, and he's 3 yards short of the first down.
I think we should let the viewers keep in mind that Oklahoma continues to double cover the receivers, meaning there's a man in short, in front, and one behind, forcing the running game or passes to the middle.
Time, obviously, the ally of Oklahoma. As you see what we'll have for you next week, we'll announce the games early in the week after we've assessed what has happened today. Second down at about 3, drop the ball, and Mazur has to come back and cover it. The pitch out was behind Allen. Bad pitch.
That was a tough break, something that they didn't need at this stage of the game. They had some momentum. Now it's third down. 2nd and 1. Lose the ball. That 8-yard loss.
3rd down and 8. Just outside the 40. Mazur has all day. Over the middle. Simmons. And he's got enough.
As we see it from the end zone, watch the poise of John Mazur. Looking, the receiver sees it wide open, puts them all right on the numbers, where Simmons could catch it. Watch it, Simmons run his route, trying to get in behind the linebackers. Open area in behind the linebackers, 47. Completion and a first down.
Ball is on the Oklahoma 43. Allen with it. Up the middle he goes to the 37. He got 6 yards.
Keith, how does he take so much punishment and stay in the ball game? He's got to be tired. He's got to be bruised. He's got to be sore. But he keeps coming back. Marcus Allen.
I'm not so sure. I know in the case of Juice when he played here now, and most of the USC tailbacks, most of them are so slippery. They don't take you on head up. You don't really get the straight-on shot on them too many times. But you're right, you got to get tired eventually. Allen again. This time the Sooners get him. That's a big play by number 50, Mike Riley, the senior from Miami of Florida.
Mike Riley was a hero of the victory over Nebraska on short yardage. Twice in the ball game he stopped Nebraska without the first down, making 22 tackles in that key victory to ensure the championship in the Orange Bowl bid last year. Very emotional player. Number 50, Mike Riley.
3rd down and 7 for Southern California. 9.5 minutes to play in the game. Oklahoma leading by 10 points.
Wide open in the middle.
Simmons again, he dropped the ball. He hit him right on the number. Pass was not that well thrown. Jeff Simmons was coming across absolutely, totally wide open, and he had to slow down and reach back for it. But we'll show you in a minute, I think, what happened to Mazur.
Looks like Simmons' feet went out from up under him, Keith, and caused him to drop the ball.
Well, the problem Mazur was having was a fellow named Slater. And I mean, Slater turned him upside down. It is 4th down and 7. Still good protection. Over the middle he goes. Gets him this time. Same play. Same pitcher, same catcher.
And about the same throw, except this time Simmons held on to it. throwing in the middle is dangerous, but you have to do it on certain defenses. This time they went man for man up front, and Simmons got wide open. Let's watch Simmons run the pattern. See how he got open. You can see that the cornerback who was supposed to cover him slipped down. He's wide open. He nurses the ball in and kicks for the completion.
And a first down at the Oklahoma 22. Allen spinning around and going to the 15 for 7. The crowd, 85,651, and it's the largest crowd that Oklahoma has ever played before. They drew over 84,000 back in 1973 when Steve Davis was the quarterback. About 20,000 of this bunch Oklahomans that traveled out here. How many more, we don't know.
Look at Marcus Allen, Keith. He's close to 200 yards. First 2 games, he reached it.
McClanahan, the fullback, trying for the first down. He's close. Shipp was there to hit him with Lowell for Oklahoma. There's the time remaining. 24-14, Sooners lead.
Keith, let's give praise to the Southern Cal offensive line. They are doing a magnificent job of sustaining their blocks, opening up some holes for Allen and their fullback, McClanahan.
But I am equally impressed with the Oklahoma defense, particularly here in the second half. When USC had Oklahoma laying the ball on the ground 3 times, they lose it, and the defense didn't give up a single point.
I'd say the Oklahoma defense came of age, even though they got 5 sophomores and a freshman.
It's a first down for USC. The ball is on the Oklahoma 12.
This ball game is far from being over. 2 resourceful coaches, outstanding teams, rich tradition. Trouble only lasts a short time. They expect to win. Both of these teams do.
Allen, no place to go except down. Mike Riley, 50, was the man that got him behind the line of scrimmage. Marcus wanted to go left. Oklahoma overplaying him that way, and there was just no place to go.
That's what you call guessing right on defense. They took a chance that was the side they were going to run. There's the Oklahoma coaches. And you can expect the pass. 2nd and long. Oh, they're great coaches. Look at their record. Barry Switzer, close to 90%. John Robinson in 2nd place. 85% of his games have been victories for Southern Cal.
Ball is on the 19-yard line. 2nd down. Frazier goes over the middle, too high. Pass incomplete. He waited a little too long. He had Malcolm Moore, who made that brilliant catch at the closing minute of the first half to set up USC's 2nd touchdown. And that time, Major just waited too long.
You're right, Keith. He had Moore coming across, who's 6'5", wanted to give him a good target coming across the middle. That's John Robinson. I don't know of anybody in America that I'd rather have in this situation calling plays, in which he's doing this year, by the way, Keith. He's not letting them be called from the booth. He's calling them himself.
3rd and 17 at the 19. Over the middle. Pass is caught by Simmons. Jeff Simmons makes his 2nd big catch in this possession for Southern California.
The amazing thing to me is that Oklahoma linebackers will not drop. They seem to be just sinking of short yards rather than getting a deep drop. Look how wide open Simmons is as he comes across the middle. Nobody around. You would think the linebackers would be back on the particular play, 3rd and 17, if you had to line them up 10 yards deep, Keith.
It is 4th down, however, and a yard. The ball is at the 3.
Will they go for the play-action pass to score? No. Got a new formation.
Strong right. Allen over the top. Touchdown. Jordan for the extra point out of Scott Tinsley's hold. Tinsley is a quarterback. High snap. Kick is good. Jeff Simmons, Stern's hero in that possession for Southern California, took him off the hook on 2 big plays, and the Trojans are back in the ball game.
The football is wide open and exciting in the Pacific 10 Conference, but the Pac-10 excels in all sports as well as in the classroom. Academics and athletics go hand in hand in making the Pac-10 the Conference of Champions.
Crowd of more than 85,000 in the Los Angeles Coliseum. 6 minutes and 37 seconds to play in the ball game. Southern California kicking off to Oklahoma. Oklahoma leading by a score of 24-21. The ball is in the air. It is high and it is short. And it is Buster Ryan. Drilled around the 20. Watch this catch by Jeff Simmons now. Twice he made the big plays. He caught the ball when he had to catch it twice.
That's just a clutch player. Simmons, watch him. He watches the ball in. He knows the ball. He's open. The ball's coming. He cradles the ball in and rolls over it so there's no way he can be incomplete. And then Marcus Allen starting to the left. Look at the blocking. The momentum there is definitely, and he cuts back in favor of Southern Cal. Goes in very easily for the touchdown.
Oklahoma now with Darrell Shepard at quarterback. First down at the 20. Shepard on and up. Gets around the corner. Gets great blocking. And he has finally run out of bounds. But what blocking he got from the right side of that line, that includes Chet Winters.
As we said earlier, no substitute for speed. Darrell Shepard is fast. Oh, my goodness, he got outside when it didn't look like he had a chance, Keith.
He picked up 11 yards. Now, you get an idea of what USC had done defensively coming into this ball game, but look at what Oklahoma has done to the USC defense today.
Oklahoma has played a sensational game except for the 5 lost fumble.
Shepard gives it off to Ledbetter, the fullback. Weldon takes it from the 31 out to close to the 37 for about 6, so they bite off a big chunk on first down.
Well, we need to keep in mind Southern Cal needs to desperately stop them. They've changed their defensive theory. They're coming up close. There's no one deep in the backfield, knowing that Oklahoma is likely to try to keep the ball on the ground. They're making every effort they can to stop this running attack of Oklahoma. Look at them, Keith. They're right up on the line, all out to one man.
Yep, 10 people up on the line. Shepard delivers it outside. The ball gets loose, but it's picked up. Oh, my goodness, Alvin Ross almost lost. That's a fella, when Barry Switzer was recruiting him, he slept on the couch. So he'd be the first man at the front door the next morning.
Well,
his autograph.
We all have done that a little bit, Keith. Barry more often than anybody. I want to comment. Barry Switzer works harder at recruiting today than any head coach in America. He hasn't lost his zest and enthusiasm for recruiting the great football players. And that was a freshman that he had in the ball game that dropped that pass and Louder picked it up.
Third down and 3. It goes to Buster Rhymes, cuts it back. Big, strong youngster, and he's close to a first down.
He did not make it, Keith. Lacked the foot. Fourth down and 1.
Well, you've got 5:20 to play in a ball game.
They're going to punt the ball. Let Southern Cal start with it deep in their end of the field if they possibly can.
This will be the first punt in the football game by Oklahoma. The first one.
They've either scored or fumbled on every possession.
Michael Keeling is out to punt it. Put on a shoe to punt it.
Catch the ball.
Browner and Shannon are deep. I think that's 5 yards, too much time.
I couldn't believe that Oklahoma took too much time. Southern Cal is not trying to block the ball. They've got about 5 men up on the line. It looks like they've got a return called.
25-second count offense. It's still 4th down.
4:46 to play in the ball game.
Believe me, 5 yards right now can mean a big difference in the football game.
Kick is away, and it's a good one. Fair catch by Tim Shannon back at the 22 of Southern California. So, with 4.5 minutes to play, Southern California has the ball. Well, it's pretty much put up time if you're a Trojan. And if you're a Sooner, you want to adopt a prayerful stance, I think, right here. It goes to Allen. Marcus Allen moves it up to the 27. He got the better part of 6 yards on the carry.
Keith, I think we should keep in mind that Southern Cal has moved twice this distance to score in this ball game. In the first quarter, 79-yard drive, and then in this quarter, 74 yards. So they can do it. They've done it twice.
Marcus Allen now 36 carries for 183 yards. Keith Jackson, Frank Broyles, Steve Davis with us on the sidelines. Number 1, USC. Number 2, Oklahoma, having at it at the Coliseum. It goes to the Southern California fullback. He looks like he might be a little short of the first down. Todd Spencer's in there at fullback right now. It has been a war from the very beginning. It was thought that these very likely were among the top 5 teams in the country. They have played that way.
I agree. They played like champions, like they have for many, many years in tough ball games. They give their very best effort, as we're going to see a measurement for the possible first down.
The chains are coming on the field now, and there's the time remaining in the ball game, 3:50, and the chain stretches out. It'll first down Southern California. Oklahoma 24, Southern Cal 21. And because of the lateness of the hour, there will be no scoreboard show for you. We'll run in some late scores, but right now our primary task is to define what's going on. Mike Riley out, limping. Orlando Flanagan in at defensive end, Oklahoma. It seems the game may be resting in this possession. Marcus Allen cuts it back up the middle, gets blocking. Looks for the sidelines, gets out there, gets out of bounds, up around midfield. So it'll be another USC first down at midfield with 3:23 to play in the game. Gary Lowell made the stop, and Marcus Allen has now gone over 200 yards.
This is a called cutback play. Watch him plant his feet. Look at the blocking of the Southern Cal offensive line has provided for Marcus Allen on this very critical play, and he performs right down the field for another first down. Sensational football play. Tommy Lowell brings him down.
Allen is now the 5th man to run for 200 yards in 3 successive games. The fullback. And not much there for Todd Spencer.
Keith, this brings memories back. Twice I saw Southern Cal, once against Notre Dame and once against UCLA. Move the length of the field and win the ball game in the last second. Look at Marcus Allen. What a performance. What a performance he's had today. That's sensational. It's got to be tied.
Second down and 9.
Still double covering the wide receivers.
Allen with the ball. Breaks it over the right side. Breaks it. Penalty flag goes down. You got a penalty flag down after a big gain by Allen inside the 30. But hold on.
Keith, it obviously is defensive holding back on the 45-yard line.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's offensive holding.
Excuse me, I meant offensive holding. I'm sorry.
Oh, that'll take a little wind out of the balloon, won't it? 18-yard pickup wiped out.
The back judge called it all the way back from the 20 yards behind the ball.
Southern California would have had the ball inside the Oklahoma 30.
That's a tough break. Penalty at the wrong time for them.
All the way back to their own 41. Here's the call.
Illegal use of hands. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
What a sensational run it was on that play with Allen breaking back, breaking tackles, going in the secondary. Looked like he was going to score.
It is second down and 19 for Southern California.
One of the officials has asked for a timeout and a discussion.
Now they're ready.
They should start the clock again on the penalty. In college, they start the clock. Don't wait for the snap.
2.5 minutes to play. Second down, 19. Major to throw it. Gets it off to Simmons. He's got it. He caught it at the Oklahoma 34. 26 yards.
What a sensational throw by Mazur, the toughest in football. Throwing the ball out on a down and out pattern, right for the sideline. Look at the tight sparrow, right on target. And again, Simmons cradles the ball in where he couldn't miss it.
And he's hurt.
Watch it again. Watch the pattern. Good fake down the middle. He's back to the outside, and I guess the defensive number 19 is fooled on the play. Oklahoma's defensive back, Stanberry, got fooled on the play. Could have been a face mask there, too.
Simmons is up now and walking. He was sort of in an awkward position as he fell. He has caught 4 passes for 77 yards.
And most of them in the critical clutch situation.
You have 2:07 to play in the ball game. The time now is so important. First down, Southern California at the Oklahoma 34.
Southern Cal has 3 timeouts left.
Marcus Allen looking for a hole. Finds a little to the 27 of Oklahoma. A little, that's 7 yards. Now the time, so precious, running away.
Keith, they've got to use their timeouts and go to the air if they're going to win, I believe. Don't believe they can pop the play all the way down. The clock is too much of a factor.
They do have 3 timeouts remaining. Second down and 3 from the Sooner 27.
Watch the cutback play. Here it comes.
To the 25 for Marcus Allen. Now they've got to call time. And they do. So you have 1:11 to play. 71 seconds remaining to play in the ball game. Southern California has the ball at the Oklahoma 26, trailing by 3. 1 minute, 11 seconds to play in the ball game. Number 1, number 2, battling it out. There is one thing that we've not talked about that's been very obvious in all of our minds. The wind is at the back of Southern California. If they go down to the final seconds of the game, do you kick the field goal and go for the tie and still stay in the hunt for a national championship? One would think yes, but that's down the road. Third down and 2 from the 26 of Oklahoma. Mix up on it, looked like, as the quarterback Mazur, maybe not a mix-up, maybe it was planned. He sure delayed a long time, but I think maybe Marcus Allen might have gone the wrong way.
Well, what happened? Marcus Allen slipped. When he slipped, when Mazur turned around, Keith, and Allen wasn't there, he didn't know what to do, so he did the wise thing, went back to the weak side.
I think he got a first down.
Smart play on the sophomore, John Mazur, who didn't play a down last year, not one down, but is a fine prospect in the mold of a lot of Southern Cal quarterbacks.
Oh, look at this. They're short.
What this means, they've got to go to make the first down and use a timeout, I guess, Keith. Hurts them as far as the timeout is concerned, and with some seconds on the clock to have to run 4th down.
59 seconds to play. 59.
Holy cow.
The double tight end for SC.
And the clock starts.
55. The quarterback.
Good call.
He's got it. Now they've got to call time. That'll leave them one more.
The clock will stop on the first down. Let's see if they go their 2-minute offense.
They almost have to call time, Frank. You've only got 46 seconds remaining.
They haven't called it yet. They're waiting. Let's see. The official is starting the clock. They have not called it. 2 timeouts left.
I tell you, that's skinning the pole pretty tight, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But he's been here before. Now they're calling, but they wasted 12 seconds on the clock.
They wasted 12 seconds. Wasted 12 seconds. From 46 seconds down to 34. Fiddling around, and it's first down at the 22.
Going back to what we talked about, the field goal, Keith, is John Robinson, who's been here before. He knows what to do if he can pull it off. But the field goal will be important. I agree with you that if it comes down to the last resort, the last play in long yardage, they might go for the tie, but they've won national championship with 1 loss and a tie on another occasion.
This could be a year when a national champion will have a loss, the way things are going.
But hadn't it been a great ball game? Lived up to all expectations. We talked earlier about Oklahoma's fumbles, but they've stayed in there. Giving credit to the defense. Young, 6 sophomores. Southern Cal's offense coming back time after time, staying in there. And now threatening to either win or tie the football game.
Last time they played was a 7-7 draw here.
In Barry Switzer's first year as a head football coach.
It would be a man-sized field goal try if they have to kick it out from in this neighborhood. But remember, the wind is at his back.
It would be a 40-yard.
All right.
Watch the pass over the middle. That's what Oklahoma's got to defend.
34 seconds to play. First down, Southern California. 22-yard line of Oklahoma. Measures back. Nobody over the middle. Goes for the corner instead. No!
Goodness gracious, it was close.
Sent Marcus Allen out of the backfield. He had his hands on it. He had double coverage.
The ball was perfectly thrown. I think it was thrown the only place it could have possibly been caught. Watch how he keeps the ball over the first back's head and outside of the second. Look at it. Right there. Perfectly thrown, but a great play by Whaley. Number 57, the defensive end. Sensational play. Covering man for man on Marcus Allen. 30 seconds left.
Second down.
Over the middle.
Incomplete. That time, Jeff Simmons was covered like a blanket by Darrell Sunji.
Oh, was he ever. Sensational defense play. Had it man for man in a coverage that we call 5 underneath man, and he's going to go with him anywhere he goes. Obviously, he thinks he's going in the middle. 16, Sunji coming back. Watch this play. He has the ball, and the receiver's responsibility is to strip it, not allow the interception. That's the receiver's responsibility. They're trained in school to do that. Great play to prevent the interception.
25 seconds to play. Third down. He's got a man over the middle. Complete at the 6. The clock stops at 17 seconds. 17 seconds. Southern California with 1 timeout remaining. First and goal to go. That play good for 16 yards. It was Malcolm Moore who made the catch.
But give credit to the line, giving him time to come all the way across. Moore came all the way across to get open. Oklahoma very wisely takes time out. Let's watch it again. Watch the throw that this young man makes. Number 11, John Mason, has plenty of time, and he waits for Moore to come across the middle. The ball is right on the number. He couldn't miss it. Young sophomore, very poised. Let's watch Moore and see how he got across. As Hayworth, number 6, is covered him man for man, but he's beaten right now. And very wisely, the ball is thrown out in front. Perfectly thrown, right on the money for the completion and setting up. Southern Cal on the 6-yard line. Oh, I can't take it. Boy, does this get tight.
That's why you're sitting up here with me.
Oh, you're right.
There.
Oh, my. Been there a few times. Look at Mason. 12 out of 22, 144 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interception. Remarkable performance for this young man.
Each team with 1 timeout remaining. in the ball game. You have 17 seconds to play. First down, Southern California. That's a long 6. That's almost closer to 7 yards, really.
They may keep
double wide to the left side.
They may run one time, but they probably will throw 4 times if they can. Yep, they're rolling out.
Major under pressure. He has a man. It is incomplete. Throwing for Marcus Allen. And it was just off his fingers. Just off his fingers. That's a tough pass to throw.
Tom Benson, the linebacker, was trying to cover what Southern Cal did, go in the triple wing, meaning they put 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. 2 Keith broke inside, letting Allen break outside and behind him, and he was screened clear and wide open, but the pass was long. 12 seconds left. Oh, my goodness, what does Oklahoma do?
In this quarter, Southern California snapped it 26 times, Oklahoma just 7, whereas OU dominated the third quarter.
Oklahoma.
So the Sooners call their last time out of the ball game.
Can you believe 2 great football teams can play their heart out like this and come down to the last less than 10 seconds for one team to win and the other one to possibly lose? This is the tradition of both of these fine schools, their teams, and their coaching staffs.
All right, in 12 seconds, how many passes can you throw?
You can throw 3 if you don't get tackled below. They're short passes, Keith. The ball doesn't stop and start until the ball is snapped. So you can get 3 passes in. You got to avoid the loss at all costs. You avoid taking the loss. Oklahoma has got to somehow apply some pressure to Mason.
But they haven't been able to do that much.
No, they haven't, and they rolled out on the last pass to avoid any blitzes, giving Mesa some time to maybe throw the pass accurately, but he was a little bit long for the winning points. Look at Switzer. I know how he feels.
24, Oklahoma. 21, Southern California. 12 seconds to play.
I think this takes about 5 years off your life. At least, this kind of game.
Yeah, but it's fun to see.
It is fun. It's great for college football. The number 1 and number 2 teams in the nation battling like this down to the last 10 seconds.
All right.
Marcus Allen is in the flanker position.
Malcolm Moore is wide. So they put Allen up in the slot. Major back. He's looking. He throws for Allen. It's tipped in the air, and it is incomplete.
How lucky can Oklahoma be? Number 84 deflected the ball, thinking that Cornwell was throwing to him, but he was throwing the ball to Allen, who was wide open. And Cornwell, number 84, gets his hands in the way. The ball is thrown to Allen, who was wide open for the touchdown.
So USC responsible there themselves for the incompletion. Cornwell almost had no chance to catch the ball.
He was not throwing. He wasn't even looking for Cornwell. If he'd left him, look how wide open Allen is.
Allen's all alone. Can you believe it? 9 seconds to play. Third down. This may be it. Mazur.
He's open.
Running for the corner. Throws it. Touchdown for Cornwell. He redeemed himself. Cost USC the football game when he reached for a pass that was not intended for him. But oh, the sweetness of redemption as he makes the catch, seeing his quarterback running for his life. He makes the catch for the touchdown. The extra point is good. You have 2 seconds to play. And Southern California leads Oklahoma 27-24. Then 28-24. My goodness, what is going through the mind of young Cornwell, huh?
The key to the play was the scrambling ability of Mesa. No one was open. And we've said national championships are won by a quarterback being able to scramble. He He was looking for Allen at the top of your screen, going to the right, across the middle, and he got knocked down legally. Now Mazer, very wise, like an experienced football player, quarterback. He scrambles to the left, and Cornwell comes across, and he's wide open. Look how wide open he is. Touchdown and victory.
Unless Oklahoma answers with a big one on the kickoff. Again, another look at it.
Watch the scrambling ability, the poise, the fact that he doesn't get panicked. He's not shaken.
The protection.
All the way, and all he's got to do is lay it out there. Oh, how sweet it is for Southern Cal, and how tough it is.
That is only the second catch that Cornwell has made in his career at Southern California. And he's looking at his quarterback all the time, realizing that he's in trouble. And he should be. He is coached to go that way, and he did.
Beautiful play. Scrambling win many football games.
The kickoff comes skittering down the field. Picked up by Buster Rhymes, and he's capable of breaking it, but he will not this time. As the Trojans bring him down at the 40, and Southern California has come from behind to win in the last seconds of the ball game by a score of 28-24. The two coaches meeting in the center of the field, and it was a marvelous college football game.
Two great football teams, expertly coached, brilliantly played, except for a few fumbles by Oklahoma, as John Robinson congratulates his players and some of Oklahoma. What a resourceful football coach, Keith, John Robinson is. He has the type of offense that when they get behind, they can come back and win, and that's the reason his winning percentage is second in the nation. What a great football game, as you said. You couldn't ask for any more from the number 1 and number 2 teams in America. Neither team can be ashamed of that performance.
The numbers on Marcus Allen, for those of you who have followed him, he went for 209 yards today, and he got 93 of them in the fourth quarter. Now the Southern California football team will go across, and they will stand in front of the band and the student section. There they will celebrate a victory that Trojans will talk about a long time. Bitter pill for the Oklahoma Sooners. They played a brilliant ball game. They did turn the ball over 5 times, and it's sometimes pretty hard to win against a quality team when you do that.
Very definitely. Oklahoma has won many times, turning it over 5 times, but against a team like Southern Cal, they wouldn't quit. 2 or 3 times, Keith, I thought Southern Cal was on the ropes, but they have so much tradition that when trouble sets in, it's only brief and short. They come right back because of the winning tradition. Great performance, and a happy, happy John Robinson.
Well, I would say the MVPs of the ball game, and this is one of those games where you just had to go to the last gasp. I got to give it to Mazer.
I do too. Young sophomore, kept his poise, was unshakable. There he is, right there, John Mazer.
13 out of 25 for 149 yards, including that pressure-packed winning touchdown throw. 5 out of 10 in the fourth quarter. And for Oklahoma, I thought Darrell Shepard played well enough to be called an MVP for them.
Very definitely. He played a great game, used his speed, kept his team in the ball game, moving it up and down.
So, the Trojans are celebrating. The Sooners are disappointed. 28-24 USC.